we're going to pretend there are apples for the pie. I got some little pie forms, some felt as the crusting on top of the pie. Let's see. For this recipe, we need, let's say, 3 red apples and 2 green apples. Let's put them in and see how many apples total we have.
Alright, guys, welcome.
3 red ones.
Alright, guys, welcome.
2.
Okay, so we got another gap up on SPY. This is nuts. We went from 509 just recently all the way up to 564. We haven't had a single red day in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 trading days. I know a lot of people are trying to short this, but I personally want to go bull mode on this now. I really don't mind a bull signal. Happy trading, Jaw. Welcome. Mr. M. Best, Steve. Life, welcome. I'm new to Weeble. You have a video on the stop loss. Is it limit order? So the stop loss I do is called a stop. It takes you out right away. A limit order will take you out if price hits that certain price. So like if your limit order is $1, and price just spikes up to $1.50 or $1.25, it has to come back to $1 to fill you. Okay. So when there's like really high volatility, market orders are really nice to have. All right, so yeah, I'm looking at the 15-minute orb. Everything looks bullish here. Obviously, you know, are we due for a red day? Yeah, but that's just my bias. That's not a strategy at all. So I kind of just want to follow really what the charts are saying. And I'm looking at the resistance areas. Let me post that in there. We got big resistance here on the weekly chart coming into 567. You can see that on the weekly chart. We can all see that. 567. 4-hour chart, where do you got big resistance? Coming up into that 570 mark. So there's big resistance coming up here, but if we blast through that, I mean, you're off to the next big levels. Alright, so I'm just kind of like chilling here. I don't see anything. I don't see any other news. Let's see, today is May 2nd. It's a Friday. Fridays are more volatile. All we got is factory orders at 10. And that's about it for today. I don't really see anything else. Are the numbers that great on these non-farm? Actual is 1.77. The previous was 185. They forecasted 138. So they forecasted a lot less, I guess. Okay.
2, 3, 4. Here's a yummy pie. Let's make some better.
All right, there's that 930 to 945. Not too big of an ORB, to be honest. That's workable. It's not a big ORB.
2.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are thinking just bear call this out. Honestly, that was my first thing too. It's just hard to it's hard to say, you know. Just bear call it or just this thing just skyrocket more. It is only up. It's up 1%, so it's a decent amount, to be honest.
We did it. Here's a pie for you. Enjoy. Which pie would you like?
Look at some other things here. All my stocks I'm watching. I didn't get any alerts for any of my stocks coming up into an uptrend idea. XYZ dropped down 20%. Airbnb. So Apple is down. Apple's is what's down a lot here. Wow. I mean, look at that, guys. Apple's down 5% almost. Something to consider here. Maybe a dead cat bounce here soon. Amazon is down just 1% there. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm looking at some of my screeners here. Just gonna post to the forums. Oversold big cap stocks. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little iffy today, guys, due to that big resistance coming in. We're up, quite a bit already. We're on a 9-day win streak on SPY. So I'm trying to think. Nice. Bear calls are forming here. But we do have the EMAs telling us uptrend. I mean, we've had 2 double orbs in a row. Kind of makes me want to think that we're going to get a single orb here. Enough is enough. I don't see any news at 10. What do you guys see at 10? Oh, you're talking about that yellow folder, factory orders? No, I don't think that's going to move it much. It's just a yellow folder. But then again, sometimes it will surprise us. Yeah, they were better than expected. What I'm seeing is they forecast 138K. If I'm reading that right. Let's put this over here. One of my friends talked about Fing. He's an investor in this one. Yeah, it's right there on that monthly EMA 50. Is there strong support? Yeah, it looks like it had that long lower wick here at this 114 mark. Generally, it goes up, so yeah, it's not a bad stock to hold long term here. Diamondback Energy seems to be doing good. All right, so we got that EMA 10 support here. Do we have a nice bounce up from there? I mean, we got a lot of the EMAs still bullish here. We'll see. Kind of coming down here. It's up 0.97. Yeah, I'm just a little worried about that resistance here. That's what, let's say it goes to this resistance on the 4-hour 570. It's still a 1% move up, though. That's the thing. I know it doesn't look like there's much room up. Like it looks like it's so close to it, but on a 4 hour, that's pretty big move up. That's a 1.23% move. Coming into support on the 15-minute chart is the pre-market highs. Right up in here, it might bounce, and that's where that EMA 10 is. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see what I'm going to get. I really don't like, usually Fridays anyways. What do we have on Monday? Do we have a lot of news on Monday? No, Monday's good. Oh, wow, look at that down move. All right, let me start looking at some premiums. I'm just curious how far out I can go then for bear calls. That's a pretty fast down move there. Alrighty. What do we got for bear calls? Alright, 2nd May. Let's just see. Let's just see.
If you wanted to make it a little creepier, you could add a little milk or a little cheese in here. And mix all up and use that.
Yeah, that one's not going to be able to get it. The VIX is pretty low today because of this freaking move up. I don't think we're going to get a massive rally. I think it's another iron condor. Unless we just want to plummet down here. I mean, that's obviously bear calls. Oh, what the heck? What is this move? Unless you want to try some bull puts here on that momentum spike down on those EMA support. I'm looking at 57.25, 57.30. Where does that put me? 57.25, 57.30. Let's get rid of these lines here. 57.25 puts me right there. How much farther up do I have to go? That's a 1.43% move up, along with the already 0.72% move up. Looks pretty good to me. I like that strike. So that one is on the bid of 15. It would have to come up some more. I don't know if that one's going to go up some more. The next one you can get filled instantly is on the 57.20. Alright, let's just see what this does. Does this fake us out? Because this could hit support right here. It's not a bad idea for a premium grab on bull puts, though. That kind of tested this support here, and maybe, you know, if EMAs are curling up, obviously because of the news, that will curl up anything. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Let's exit that. Yeah, you got bear calls. I was kind of thinking you were going to do that right off this spell of spikes there. I was really, yeah. 57.35, 57.40 is a really good one. Yeah, I'm kind of eyeing it too here. I'm liking bear calls a lot too. We are kind of due. It's either it just kind of consolidates again, like yesterday, or we really are due for, you know, kind of a drop here. This is 8 days in a row of just massive bull power. 9 days, actually. You can use Thinkorswim Web for the paper trading if you want. If I want to paper trade these options, what do you recommend? Also, if you sell a credit spread on the same day, is that naked call? Or... No, these aren't naked calls or puts. If you sell a put on the same day, that's just a 0 DTE. But yeah, go to thinkorswimweb.com. They have a paper trading platform if you just want to practice these. Obviously, in the Discord, I tell you exactly what strikes I'm doing. So if you just want to copy me there, and to a T, I have videos on everything on how to place these and what I plan to do. Man, is it really coming up from there? I was really thinking maybe a nice bull put premium grab there, to be honest. hindsight, I wish I did. Baka, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was thinking a nice bullput premium grab there. Didn't quite get it, I guess. Maybe it is a freaking bullput day. I don't know. Yeah, you can paper trade credit spreads on Thinkorswim Web. That's where I've practiced. This is SPY chart, but I use SPY. Once I get the signal, I'll alert some MES trades, ES and all that. Yeah, so I use SPY for my trading on Webull. I like Webull. I have all my stuff on Webull, so I use their charting software. I think they are going to have... I mean, this looks like a nice little area to actually short on futures. You know, you got that drop down. We're probably going to do that single orb type of day. This is not a bad idea to get in for a short if you wanted to. All right, so 956. Let me see what I'm looking at. Is that thing still showing? It looks like it's 957. I'm going to start. Can I get into that order? The bid is 15 cents on the 57.25. Probably not going to get filled on that. I'm just being straight up honest with you guys. You're probably looking more into 57. Well, that one's 30 cents. Wow. I really don't. I mean, I guess. I'd rather try it. Let me see. Let me just place the order here because it looks like it's coming back up. I'm going to do a 57.25. 57.25, 57.30. I'm going to see if I can get filled for 25 cents for bear calls real quick. Let me see. I'm going to eye the chart. It could go back up, but I want to place the order in it because it looks like it's kind of staying below that orb. I think we're fine. I think it's going to close below. So I just want to see if I get filled. It needs to get kind of closer to it, maybe. All right, it's going down. Okay, I'm not getting filled on that. As I was saying, I will have to go another strike. I kind of thought I would. Maybe that 10 a.m. news might spike me up. Who knows? All right, hold up, hold up. Watching that 1 minute chart. Do we spike back up there? Now, if it goes above, I don't want this anymore. I'm going to cancel if it goes above. All right, it's 57. All right, it's not going above. All right, so the next one I need to do is the next order at 57. 16 contracts. I need to go for the next strike. It's either this spikes above or it don't. Does that fill me or not? This little yellow folder coming in. I placed my orders. Does that fill me? A little volatility grab into that up. Hold up. I might have to cancel if that goes above. I gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Does that cancel it? No, it looks like we should be fine. Watching that 1 minute chart. Oh, I got filled. Alright, it doesn't matter now. I got filled. Filled. Bear calls at Day and Swing Trading Plus. I got the 57.25, 57.25, 57.30. Alrighty, there's that 10 o'clock. We're obviously under it. I'll show you guys the screenshot. That's the one I wanted. Alrighty, that's what it shows. Stop loss 1.25. Yeah, I didn't think the news would have done anything here, but yeah, I'm gonna do bear calls here. This is kind of what I wanted to see. We're up 0.89%. We are due for a pullback. Not too shabby in my opinion. Round and round. All right, so now we got that candle closing below. We don't really have anything else going on, guys. I think we're due for a single orb. I mean, we've had a double orb right here. We had a double orb right here. We had a double orb, you know, two double orbs in a row. I think this is just a straight solid single orb. Now, for my futures trade, I'm going to get into some futures trade now, all right? You guys want to see some futures? I like this kind of orb day. My stop is going to be in the middle of orb, which is going to be right here. I'm going to plan my stop. We're coming right up in here for an entry. All right. I have a clear risk versus reward on this. I'm going to take a futures trade. All right. So. All right. So my entry is going to be right here. Also in MES on the lower orb for entry. Stop loss is at the middle orb. All right, so right up in here, I'm looking for that middle orb. And we'll see what it does from there. All right, everyone should be able to get filled now on that strike. Now, if it goes above this middle orb, means, man, it might be another choppy day. I really hope it's not another choppy day. I really do. We've had a lot of double orbs. I'm really hoping this kind of calms down here. I'm looking at my risk versus reward on this futures trade. Where's the long position thing? I want to try to get a 2-to-1 R&R. You're kind of looking at this right here. 1 point. Here's your. We have to break the lows right here. Wow. It wants to go back up to the. Are we gonna have another double orb? Man, that's nuts, guys. Wow. Might be another double orb. What do you mean your order filled? Uh, 57.25, 57.30. All right, still holding my short on MES here. See if we can get a pullback. That was a massive spike there to get everyone. Honestly, I could have got a 35-cent premium on that one. I didn't expect that. How much was your loss on Wednesday? Wednesday was right here, 660. It took me out for 80 cents, which was kind of nice. I had a stop of $1, but it took me out earlier, so I guess that was nice. The reason I want to do a 1.25 is because it can kind of save me from the cooldown, and if I want to get out, if I'm down like 300%, then I'm going to try to break even then at that point. Because obviously it did a double orb so fast. Yeah, I don't like this little price action again. Chop, chop, chop again. We are up another 1% on the day. Yesterday we were up 0.71. We got a lot of choppiness happening. A lot of chop price action. Yep, this is the price action I can't stand, to be honest. Kind of just, we are due for that single orb so bad, though. So I was really thinking that was going to happen, but then again, it's going to give us another probably stressful day, right? It happens. Unless it's that retest of that middle orb and go down. Alright, so I'm putting my stop in. Let's see what happens. The bid is 20, the ask is 40. I'm going to put it in after this 10 o'clock candle. I'm going to give it just a little more time. Just in case it just spikes up randomly at 10. I mean, I got in pretty early, so I like that. Yeah, it's going up to the double orb again. Wow. That's just nuts, guys. It's nuts. What a crazy, like, past couple of days we've had. Let me see. Was it like 3 double orbs in a row, actually? No, we had a single orb on Tuesday. Thanks so much for the follow, the Blaze. Appreciate it. If you guys want to subscribe on Twitch, make sure you do. You guys get on your Amazon Prime, you get free ads on Twitch, so you don't have to worry about that. It should be free if you have Amazon Prime. If it's not free, it's only like a couple dollars. You lost 3K. I got assigned on 250K shares of SPY in a small account. Wow. That's crazy. Yes, I won on yesterday's trade, Angel. I was down like 100% on my bear calls yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was stressful, but the premium wasn't moving as fast. So that was nice. Alrighty. I'm gonna put my stop in. I give it a little time for those little spikes. But yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Anybody has any plans going on Friday? Yeah, I'm seeing this too many times. It's just like choppy. Very choppy price action. I mean, we've seen it so many times. Just look at this. Down, up. Down, up. The bulls are just insane. They are absolutely insane. I'm just following the system, guys. I'm not just guessing bear calls. I got that 15-minute ORB. So I kind of think it kind of helped me too, because I'm thinking, yeah, we are due for a cooldown. We really are. 1, 2. I mean, look at this. We started out way down here. We still have to fill this gap at 529. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, we got our 9th green day in a row. I'm going to see if this candle closes above middle orb, and I'm going to be no more futures trade for me today. Just too choppy then. If it closes above this high of this candle here, I'm done. Right up in here. I'm not going to trade futures today. I'm going to just stick to credit spreads. It's too choppy. We'll see if it closes above here, guys. That's that high of that resistance. Maybe it wants just to wick it and then go down. We'll see. Printing some new toys for fishing trip. Nice. Yeah, we're going to... I leave tomorrow for the beach, guys. Going to Myrtle Beach. If you guys ever been there. Alright. There's that new highs. I don't know. It's just too choppy for futures. I just can't get a... You know, you go straight up down and then you go straight back up. It's just it is annoying. I haven't really had a good read on futures today or this whole week. You need a nice trending market in that direction of the 15-minute orb, and it's just not giving it. It's not giving it. This is why I'm going small size on futures and sticking with credit spreads for now. Looks like we want to do another double orb. I hope we don't. It could be one of those stressful days again. That was kind of a big move up against us. Yeah. Maybe it just kind of consolidates an orb. That's a good possibility where it just kind of consolidates in here. That's a possibility. Holy crap, TBH. Yeah, I saw kids run. That's insane, right? It's those low volume stocks, honestly. If you get in early, the low volume stocks are going to be your best ones to play, is what I'm thinking. I was focusing more on more volume, but it's just more dilution. Maybe it's the low volume stocks you got to target. Jurassic Mini Golf was fun last year. I spent 4 years in North Carolina. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Would you consider to stop early at some point? The credit spread, if you see it's not going. No, I'm just going to have it expire worthless most likely. It just really depends. I don't know. I really think it's another Iron Condor day. I really do. I think we might get a doji looking candle. You guys kind of see. It's hard to say. We're due for a single orb. We haven't had one. Usually when I'm back testing March, what we had? Double. Well, why isn't this one showing? I gotta look back on that one. I might have erased that one. Double, then single, triple, then single. Have we had? Yeah, we can have 3 double orbs in a row. It's a possibility. It's not as common though. Let me refill this March one. What do we get there on 17 March 25? Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible in the market. But, 17 March 25. Why isn't it letting me go there? I gotta really scroll all the way back. Yeah, I'll still be trading, don't worry. I was telling Q about it. Yeah, we usually go to the beach. We usually go on July 4th, but it just got too crowded, you know? Alright, so we did do a... I remember this day. It took forever to do a double orb. We got a single orb right there. Alright, let me fill this one in. Looks like we got above that resistance there. Man, why is it so choppy recently? Man, give me some clean price action. So choppy. It's just annoying price action. When did I get in? I filled at 10... No, I filled at 9:59. There we go, another double orb happening. Good grief. That's nuts. Hopefully I look to get out at 4 p.m. 57.25, 57.30. I did another call, 0.25. I look to exit there. If I win, I'm not sure if I win. As of now, let's see. Orb. Okay, so let's just see what it does. Massive green candle to the upside. Maybe we test the high of days and high of pre-market and we get shorted down. We'll see. This is just insane. Not really sustainable, but wow. SPX, I did take the... Where's my line up there? 57.25. Right there. Yeah, it's looking like a double orb again, guys. We'll see. I've seen these things plummet down a lot from the upper orb. It's just hard to say. I mean, played the system. We got right here. We got the what we wanted. I played it to a T, and it's just price action is just not that great this week. It really isn't. Man, that's just how it be. The cookie crumbles. I'm seeing that big support resistance here at the 567s. We'll see if that just hits. We're looking at this weekly resistance, so if it comes up there, I want to see if it touches that 567 and just plummets down. Look at that weekly chart, guys. It's massive. Question is, do I want to do bull puts on this? Not really. Coming up into resistance, mate. What if it plummets back down on a Friday? It's always hard. I mean, but we're getting iron condors and at 10:30. That's insane to me. Getting iron condors this early? Typical, typical, typical. What did QQQ give us? Ah, it's uptrend. Yeah, got a little Keltner channel there. There's the 15-minute ORB. Maybe we come back inside it. There we go. Come back inside it. That'd be sweet. We are up 1.26% on SPY. Apple, we're down quite a bit. 4%. All right, I'm gonna get some water here. That looked good. Alright, nice. What happened? We went back inside of orb. It's good to see. What happened right here, chat? Ah, good, good, good. Stay inside of orb. That's what I want to see. Just want to confirm, IBKR quite different than Quest Trade in terms of UI. Does this look good to you? Then the stop. Yeah, so I think IBKR does like negative for your stop, is what a lot of people are saying. So here's your position. SPX 5725, 5730, negative. I don't understand. Oh, that's your daily P&L. Yeah, so if you're obviously you're gonna have a little less on your call side losing. Yeah, that looks good to me. Sun Soul. Mainly that my stop is correct in the lower right. Where's the stop at? Stop price has it at $1. Yeah, it has it as a working order. You want that? There you go. Go eat some chips. Yeah, for my futures, I'm just trying to get like that clear breakout and just keep going down. Like this is all I'm trying to get is just a price that just keeps going down. That's all I'm trying to do with the futures. A lot of time it works. This week, not so much. Like you get this break of structure, goes up a little, and then it comes back down, right? Break of structure, goes up, then comes back down. It hasn't been doing that this week, unfortunately. We haven't had a clean single orb in a while. Just like a clean single orb. But then again, I have a positive R&R for my future. So if I lose one time, that's fine. One of my wins makes up at least two of those losses. So it is what it is. But that looks good. You see that your stop is $1. I don't really see like. Can you show me a screenshot of it on your Webull app to see like the buy thing? So this right here says side buy limit. Don't really. Oh, here buy vertical. So it tells you kind of like it's up there. That's interesting. That's kind of where it will trigger. I never seen that. Yes, as long as you sold, then you do a buy, debit, stop. I use market orders. Yeah, this looks, yeah, it looks good, Sunsoul, if you heard me. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting, see. I want this definitely to close below. I definitely want it to close below. That closes below. That gives me a little more time decay and definitely helps out a lot more. 35-cent premium. I could have sold a lot more premium. Been doing 25s and yeah, I could be getting these 35s. 30-cent premiums. Hey, what's up, DK Bill? No, I actually don't drink coffee, to be honest. I haven't had coffee in a while. Yeah. Chinese stocks are up 4% for no reason. Just swipe off, tab, reload. I've not seen the spreads you purchased. Can you post them? So, they're all in the Discord. You'll see my spreads, day trade alerts come up here, and I tell you exactly what I'm feeling if you're in the Discord. That's just, if you're part of the Discord, I'll share you with my wins and my losses. I'll share with you my journey and all that. So if you want to join, come on in. But just go to day trade alerts. I hate this price action, guys. I really do. Up, down, back to up. Really hate this price action to a T. Just want it to kind of calm down. Just stay inside of this orb here. You know, we just had this monster move up. Yeah, it's going up. It wants to test that pre-market high at 566. It's just too fast of a double orb. It's just, man, it's frustrating. It really is. Frustrating market. Weekly chart coming up into that big major resistance. Big major resistance on the weekly chart. We had this massive rally. Broke this out. Not gonna lie, I was definitely tempted to do bull puts on this down move. Not gonna lie, I was tempted. Come on, the last 3 minutes, make a big rally down. Make a big rally down in the last 3 minutes. That'd be sick. Last 3 minutes, do it. That'd be nice. Yep. Another stressful day. Till that time decay kicks in. Keep on shopping. Alright, looks like a double orb. Man, are you kidding me? Third time in a row. Gaps, and what I do is I use 15-minute ORB to find the general price action trend, and then I look for, I do 0DT credit spreads to make income daily. That's what I do. 0DT credit spreads to make daily income. Yeah, it's freaking bull puts again. Are you kidding me? Good freaking grief. We're going to come up into that big resistance here. I'm going to see what happens. Here's the resistance on the weekly chart. We all can see that. It's got some quite a move up, though, to get there. There it is, right up in there. That's the big resistance. From here to here, you're looking at a 0.21%. Kind of surprised we broke that pre-market high there. Yeah, sucks. Did I do it backwards? Buy to stop. No, that looks good. Just change your stop price to 1.00 or 1.25. But it looks good. Yep, 15-minute. I don't get that, man. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe Iron Condor, choppy day again. Then we come up into Monday. You know, maybe we just do another chop day for everyone. Who knows? That's what I'm thinking. Choppy, 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 choppy. We actually didn't get a double orb on SPX. SPX is different. It's weird. It's a single orb right here for bull puts.
Do you eat your vegetables, your vegetables, your vegetables? Do you eat your vegetables each and every day? Yes, we eat our vegetables, our vegetables, our vegetables. Yes, we eat our vegetables each and every day. Next letter on the list is the letter S.
Yeah, I have it all in the Discord if you want to join Gapson. I teach this whole strategy. It has an over 90% win ratio. You can see on my credit spread Excel sheet. I started May. April, we had 2 losses. March, 2 losses. And February, 1 loss. So the results speak for themselves. The results are really good. Yeah, it's not a perfect strat, but it works for me. My goal is to make consistent gains. Being a seller, you're always going to make consistent gains more than being a buyer. Buyer, you're not really sure what you're going to be getting because you're going to take, stabs at the market. You might make 100, you might make 1,000. As a seller, I know what I'm going to make each day, and I know what my stop loss is. I have a clear stop that I'm going to do. All right, I like this little time decay push down, and yeah, that's a 3 double orbs in a row on SPY. I'm seeing if this upper orb kind of breaks down. Hopefully it don't act as support. It usually does. I think credit spreads is not for me, too stressful. I prefer scalping. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more room for error on credit spreads. Like for futures right here, you could try to scalp it. When it breaks, it can go down. I'm trying to look for the big moves on futures. I'm not really trying to scalp as much. Because once I get that direction of the trend right, like right in here, this is not a bad futures scalping, right? We got the change direction. We play it to the upside for this nice quick gain. But you just got to understand there's some big levels coming up. If it goes to 576, I'm toast. No, I don't think it does that today because my strike is way under that. All of our strikes are way under that for sure. So it just depends, right? I find credit spreads honestly just more relaxing. They're just stressful the first 2 hours for me. Can we see the TBH chart and your quick thoughts on TBH? Look at the daily. Volume is low, but it doesn't even matter with these smaller caps. That's honestly when they run a lot. Yeah, it touched the 10 and kind of bounced back down. I would just, if you're not in it, what is that? The heck? Jeez. Down 80% right there. I would look for price to come back under this EMA 5 for the best entries, and that way if it does come back to that 10, you can make a decent gain. Obviously we've seen these things go to the 20 in a blink of an eye when they're low volume. That's 105% gain. So yeah, we've seen those happen. Yeah, another double orb, Kalish. Another double orb. I thought our single orb was due. I guess not. Man, was I wrong about that. Yeah, touching that 5. Yeah, I think I want to say Iron Condor. Maybe it kind of cools off for a bit. You mean up 1.28% is quite a bit, especially when you've been up consistently that amount. It is quite a bit. I'm just eyeing that resistance there. I don't want it to hit it right away. I kind of want it to kind of slow down. We'll see. Yeah, you're gonna pay about that much. I pay a little less probably because I'm paying 50 cents a leg. So maybe that's a little less for me. That's why kids did. IPO was 10, dropped to 1, then 10 again. I think TBH goes back to 4. No, you're probably dead on. I think people mentioned Kid Z to me in the chat, and same kind of scenario here. Yeah, this massive time, away from the EMAs, and if you look for that consolidation pattern, Are we getting that with TBH consolidation? And the answer is yes. It's consolidating for a move. Low volume, when it picks up volume, is usually when it makes that big move. All right, it's always when it consolidates, picks up those new buyers and stuff. All right, that's what we're looking at right now. Not really much to see. I think both bull puts and bear calls should win. This is not a bad bull put entry on this red candle. Our premium is 40 cents. Could have got a lot higher premium. I gotta get a haircut today before the beach. I need to get a haircut, big time. All right, guys, I'm gonna head on out. I got to do some packing. I'm just gonna leave this how it is. I do think there's too much resistance here for bull puts, though. I mean, you're risking coming up into big resistance of 0.30% move up. It'll probably test that level. Who knows? It probably will. It's hard to say. I don't know exactly what it's going to do, but definitely look into that. What BP strike you like? What does BP mean? Buying power. What do you mean BP? Oh, bull put. My bad. I'm a little on the fence on it. I think if you're going to do bull puts, since I think it's an Iron Condor day, I really think you need to wait till the 10 or the 20 on the 15-minute. But if you're already in bear calls, and like I said, if you look at the longer output, you are due for resistance here. Fridays have been known to do some big V-shaped patterns. Like it might seem like it should go up more, and then it just goes down a lot. We saw that at the end of the day yesterday. Like, look at that massive candle. I'm going to have my stop on. I'm not risking that. Yeah, I'm down. I'm still down. I'm going to be down quite a bit until time decay kicks in. It's still 30 cents. So until that time decay kicks in, I kind of just want it to consolidate inside this range on a Friday. I don't know. I don't see any big news after that unemployment. So it just kind of sucks. You know, it got me in here. But would I take bull puts here? Probably not. I don't like that resistance. You look at the daily chart, guys. Ignore my lines here. That right where I draw that line here is on that top of that daily chart. So obviously if it goes to the next high, which is this candle here, then yeah, I'm screwed. But if it don't, I'm good. So there's a lot of things to consider. I'm just playing a probability game at this point. All right, guys, I'm going to catch you guys later. Another weird day for... I'm going to probably just take a break on futures. Maybe Monday I'll come back into it. Maybe it's... I just want a clean price action. Maybe I might look into a 3-to-1 R&R or 1-to-3 R&R. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Happy trading. Stay safe out there. Follow your risk management. Follow your stop loss, and you'll be fine.